to talk to you today is about some tips that you may not have tried, or just a different way of looking at the Ned Rig. And so I'm going to get right into it. I just caught one little dink. Yeah, little ones count too. Show bass. Choked it. Choked it, baby. I think this is number 5. Now there's a lot of videos on YouTube about these Ned rigs, and it's for a good reason. It's because they work. These are 2 examples of the standard Ned rigs. The TRD soft plastic by Z-Man with the mushroom jig head. But if you want to know more about the Ned Rig, you can look up Ned Kitty on YouTube. He goes in depth about the creation of the origins of the Ned Rig, and he also has a blog on In Fisherman that you can go and check out, Midwest Finesse blog. And so if you want to learn more about the technique and its origin and how to fish it, that'll be a good place to start. But this is, like I said, it's going to be more about tips and tricks that you may not have tried before, or just a different way of thinking about it. Okay, one of the first things that you can do with the Ned Rig is, as you can tell, the first thing that I showed you all was the Z-Man products, and of course Z-Man makes the TRD and a lot of different other plastics that you can use to go on the Ned Rig. They got hula sticks, minnows. I mean, it's endless, and it's for good reason. Those particular baits by Z-Man are made with ElaZtech, and of course ElaZtech is very durable, so you can catch multiple fish without having to worry about your bait being torn up. However, one of the things that people don't realize is that you really don't have to use Z-Man products. For instance, in this bag I have all types of worms, stick baits that can be utilized, from Cincos to Strike King, to just all different types in this bag. You name it, you know what I'm saying? If you've got a stick bait that you use, you can, as long as you have scissors, you can modify it. Basically, you cut it in half, and you can use that particular stick bait, and you can find that they can be just as effective. Case in point, here's another one that I'll use sometime. The Gambler 5-inch Ace. The case in point, this is a bait that I use, which is going to go into my next point, which is you want to think outside the box. You want to get creative. When I say to get creative, I'm also meaning that sometimes you can go custom, go to some people who are customizing baits. If you have a particular color that you think will work well in your body of water, give it a try. Reach out to some of these people that have that make custom baits, and try out something different. Throw something different out there that the fish haven't seen, and you'll be surprised how that particular technique will open up for you. What you want to do is, with this particular bait, this was a bait that I got from Oblivion Baits, and there's a custom bait that I got designed, and basically I wanted something that was like a bubble gum, similar to a bubble gum type bait. And what I ended up doing was, one day I was out and it was really, really tough. And what I ended up doing was modifying this particular bait. And the way I modified it was that I cut it in half, I dipped the tip in chartreuse, spike it, and in the video you'll see how I actually was able to be successful with that particular modification. And that particular modification led to me actually ordering more baits by Oblivion. Oblivion at the time, he wasn't making finesse baits, so I actually got him to create something based off of what I had been using, and that was this, which is what he calls the gum drop, what we call the gum drop. And as you'll be able to see in the video, I was able to take these out and be successful with those as well. So sometimes, it's all about being creative. The particular system or technique of Ned rigging was basically the Midwest anglers. They came up with a way to finesse fish, to catch a multitude of fish, catch numbers. And what they did was they took different plastics, but one of the more popular plastics is that Z-Man Zinker Z, and they cut it in half and they were using it on gopher heads and mushroom head jigs, and but basically it was a modification. And so basically what I'm saying is that when I say be creative and think outside the box, you don't necessarily have to use the Z-Man products. You can use what you have. If you have some soft plastics that you are have confidence in, say they get torn up, and you can just repurpose them, take half of it and put it on that particular jig head, and you might be surprised. Another way to think outside the box is to use different soft plastics than what's being offered for the Ned Rig. One of my favorites is the smaller Contact Crazy Flapper, but you can use a number of small finesse type crawls and creature baits. It's all types of things. Just be creative. Think outside the box. This small Crazy Flapper, I'm telling you, you'll be surprised. You'll get bites on it with the Ned Rig. You'll get bites on it using the mushroom head. But just think outside the box.